Are wealthy overlords destroying football? In a shocking twist, a Brazilian sensation's dreams hang in the balance as Uefa threatens to take action against the billionaire-owned clubs. You won't believe the drama unfolding between Manchester City and Girona, and it's all about to explode. Don't miss out. This could change the game forever. In European soccer, rich people and companies have started buying not just one, but many teams. This can create problems, and it might stop a young Brazilian player named Savio from joining Manchester City. What's happening? Savio is a talented 20-year-old Brazilian soccer player who has been playing for Girona, a Spanish team. Girona did really well last season and earned a spot in the Champions League, which is the biggest club competition in Europe. Because Savio is such a great player, bigger teams like Manchester City are interested in signing him. However, there's a catch. Both Girona and Manchester City are owned by the same group of people, called the City Football Group. This connection between the teams is causing some problems with the rules. Why is this a problem? The main issue is that the rules of European soccer say teams owned by the same people shouldn't compete against each other in important competitions like the Champions League. These rules are in place to keep things fair and to make sure that no team gets special treatment. If Savio moves to Manchester City, and both Manchester City and Girona are in the Champions League, it could look unfair because they share the same owner. This could also lead to unfair advantages in trading players and other team decisions. How did we get here? Over the past few years, very wealthy investors, including billionaires and big companies like Red Bull, have been buying multiple soccer teams. They think that owning many teams can help them be more successful by sharing players and strategies. Manchester City is part of a big group called the City Football Group, which owns many teams in different countries, including Girona in Spain and Troyes in France. Savio actually came to Girona from Troyes on loan, which means he was temporarily playing for Girona while still being owned by Troyes. This setup is common in the City Football Group's strategy. To address the issues of fairness, Uefa, the organization in charge of European soccer, has created new rules. According to these rules, if one person or group owns more than one team, those teams have to be managed separately. They can't share players or make deals with each other if they are competing in the same tournament. For example, if Manchester City and Girona are both in the Champions League, Savio wouldn't be allowed to transfer directly from Girona to Manchester City. These rules are designed to prevent any one group from having too much control over multiple teams in the same competition. What's next? City Football Group has been discussing with Uefa to find a solution that would allow both Manchester City and Girona to play in the Champions League without breaking the rules. They had a deadline to submit all necessary paperwork and information last end of May. Now everyone is waiting for Uefa to make a final decision, which is expected in July. If Uefa approves, Savio might still have a chance to join Manchester City. If not, he may have to stay with Girona or move to a different team not owned by the same group. So, while Savio is an amazing player and wants to join Manchester City, the new rules about team ownership and fairness might prevent this from happening, at least for now. We will find out next month what Uefa decides and where Savio will play next season.